We have another exciting video for you today. The trending traders discuss Ocugen. This biopharmaceutical company has recently caught some traction with their news of bringing a COVID-19 vaccine to the US market. Stick around as Michael details what's to come in this video covering stock ticker OCGN.
Hey guys, welcome to the video. Like Shane said, today we're going to be talking about Ocugen, ticker OCGN. This company has run up big time. They have some upcoming catalysts. We'd like to tell you our thoughts and where we think that the stock might go. Please stick around and enjoy this video. Hey guys, Ocugen is a company I've really wanted to talk about for a while. They've run up big time on some COVID news. They have a pretty interesting pipeline and leadership team. And I want to give you my thoughts on why I think that they have the opportunity to run up on some upcoming catalysts and what I think those catalysts might be. Stick around. Ocugen is a preclinical pharma company who has some very promising gene therapy agents. More on that in a moment. I will first focus on the topic of these devastating eye disease treatments. Then I'll talk about how they have this partnership with Bharat Biotech involving the distribution of Bharat's promising COVID-19 vaccine. Shane will touch on this a little bit more later, but the leadership team at Ocugen is very impressive. This company is full of people from some of the biggest names in pharma, Biogen, Pfizer, and Merck, as well as very prestigious universities and schools of medicine such as Harvard, UPenn, and one of my alma mater institutions, University of Colorado. Go Buffs. Let's start at the beginning with Ocugen. This company has a licensing deal with Harvard's ophthalmology department within their School of Medicine. This deal allows Ocugen to deliver a very important gene or set of genes specifically to a patient's retina, where the product of those genes delivered will pretty much stop the eye deterioration in its tracks and even reverse damage in some cases. Now, it seems like ocular health stocks have really been looking good lately. If you follow the biotech sector, you know that recently Second Sight Medical, ticker EYES, ran up after an FDA approval for their implantable device that restores vision to those patients with one of the same severe diseases that Ocugen is treating. EYES is another ticker to keep your eyes on as they begin to deploy this device at scale. The eyes thing is basically an electrode on your retina that sends pulses of electricity to the retina. And while this sounds futuristic, the results are actually very limited, and this does not, 1, stop further vision loss, or 2, improve the actual patient's vision on a biological level in any way. Now, in contrast to that, Ocugen is here to do both of those things with their treatments like OCU400. Their gene delivery platform is a carefully engineered virus capable of delivering a piece of DNA to the cells in your retina, and this method has the promise of stopping a patient's disease progression right there. This is the exact same technology in the J&J and AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine. Now, as an aside, we had mentioned last week that BTX purchased the rights to their drug IRX2, and one of the best ways to tell that this is true is that the drug name does not include letters which resemble Brooklyn Immunotherapeutics the way OCU400 resembles Ocugen. And I'll put the link to that video in the corner here for you to check it out after this one. Now, Ocugen has another drug in development, OCU200, and OCU200 and 400 are apparently applicable to several different diseases, which gives a huge advantage to this company. They have received orphan drug designation for these diseases, and what that means is that if this drug is approved in maybe 3 to 5 years, that this company will be allowed to write off 50% of the development cost, which is billions, in taxes. Also, they will get a waiver from the FDA application for a new biologic, which is about $2.2 million right now. But let's be honest, that really doesn't compare to the 50% tax write-off I just mentioned. The last topic I want to cover briefly is this COVID-19 vaccine news. Although this vaccine uses some antiquated technology, it could be a powerful driver for the stock. If approved, they could potentially generate revenue via sales of this product. This deal explicitly says that the Indian government approved the deal under emergency use only, and that it is really only for sale in the US. Now, given that we already have 3 and maybe soon 4 approved vaccines here in the US, and that we have about 35% of the country fully vaccinated with more people getting vaccinated every day, I find it somewhat unlikely that we were going to need another version of the vaccine. If Ocugen had secured a deal, say to distribute this drug, for example, in the South American continent, I could see this generating tons of revenue. Pfizer reported that this year they are expecting over $25 billion in vaccine revenue alone. alone. Now, as with any pharma company, Ocugen will likely rise significantly on positive news from phase 1 clinical data, from starting clinical trials, or from fully enrolling patients in those clinical trials. All of those things are milestones that you should watch out for if you're interested in trading this stock. It's more than likely going to be very volatile until they have a drug in clinical trials, as a lot of pharma companies tend to run up significantly and then sell some stock to generate some cash, because basically pharma companies just burn money until they get a drug approved and generating net revenue. So watch out for these things. If the stock rises significantly, it is more than likely going to dip significantly once they sell some stock significantly. So just be aware of this. The last thing you should pay attention for is the fact that they have this COVID-19 vaccine news, and this seems to be a huge driver for this stock. It seems likely that once they get some more clinical data, or if Bharat discusses this vaccine in positive light, that this stock could rise significantly. But I would be careful, because it seems unlikely to me that we need another vaccine for the US. So just be aware that that's a risk. But it is true that Pfizer's partner BioNTech has ran up over 10x on approval. But you got to consider that Pfizer's generated over, $30 billion in revenue from this vaccine, and they split that revenue with BioNTech. Trade at your own risk, set stop limits. Make sure you have a plan when you enter and exit any position, and make sure you secure profits on these run-ups. Don't be a bag holder.
Well, here's where I stand on Ocugen. If you're an investor, this play comes with all the typical biopharmaceutical drug company risks, not something I'm interested in. But if we're talking swing trading, then we are speaking my language. Ocugen has continued to stay on many traders' watch lists as of late, due to its recent 128% surge from $5.52 to $12.57 late April, peaking just over $15.60 the first week of May. That is the kind of growth the trending traders are chasing. This recent catalyst is directly related to Ocugen's partnership with Bharat Biotech, an India-based COVID vaccine developer looking to bring Covaxin to the American market, with recent doses being administered in India with positive results. Having applied for an emergency use authorization through the FDA, it was made apparent that Ocugen's goal is to bring 100 million vaccines to the U.S. market in 2021. This would make for a major catalyst upon EUA approval. With all this talk of COVID, you might be wondering what this company actually does. As the name implies, ocular gene therapy is the primary focus for this team. Making moves to aid in vaccine production during this current pandemic has proven to be great for OCGN traders. Covaxin is not the only catalyst in the pipeline. As Michael mentioned, Ocugen has a few different projects that will certainly create opportunities for growth if OCGN is on your watch list. All of the current developments, including OCU 200, 400, and 410, are all extremely promising, bringing with them potential for serious run-ups, as these drugs pass through different phases of FDA approval. Keeping a mindful eye on these dates will likely prove to make great plays in the future. The driving force behind this impressive pipeline is definitely their CEO, who has 15 years of experience bringing product to market for Pfizer. Most notably was his highly successful work on the launch of Prevnar 13. Ocugen is a great company with a lot of potential. Making bold moves like hopping in the vaccine rat race that exists right now demonstrates the company's willingness to take risks and make money. If you're looking to make smart plays trading OCGN, I believe the key is paying close attention to those FDA approval dates, buying ahead of time, and selling upon those run-ups. That way, you reap the most reward.
Thank you so much for watching this video today, guys. If you found some value in this content, please consider giving it a like. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, please subscribe. Thank you for watching. My name is Michael.
And I'm Shane. We are the Trending Traders, here for you and here for growth. If you have anything you'd like to add in the comments below, we'd love to hear from you, and thank you again for stopping by our channel.